Hello, Cougar fans. David Graham, along with head football coach Justin Price, coming to you from Papa John's Pizza, the best pizza anywhere. Now, Coach, this week we're going to, of course, we've already talked about your last win and everything. We're going to talk about your upcoming opponent in the Beavers of Karns. They come into El Hope Dawson tonight.
Yeah, they're a lot better than their record is, and a lot of coaches say that a lot. Try to keep your kids motivated, but true, when you turn on the film and you kind of look at their schedule, they've played a lot of teams close this year. Including Powell early in the year, played Clinton very close. So they're coming in, and it's their last game of the year.
Right.
They're not going to qualify for the playoffs. They're 1-8.
They want to make a statement.
Yeah, they want to come in and make a statement. I'm sure they got a group of seniors that want to go out with a win. So we're going to get their best effort, and I think our kids are prepared for it. It's senior night for us, so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a cold night, but it's going to be a very exciting night for football.
But your offense will probably heat things up because their defense is giving up something like 342 points a game. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, their defense is kind of chaotic in the way that they do things. That they try to disguise as much as they can, I guess, to kind of hide some of their weaknesses. But at the same time, the way they do play defense can present our offense a little bit of problems as much as we throw the ball. They move around so much in the secondary and up front that if our pass protection is not being very disciplined and we're not running crisp routes and throwing on time, we could get in a tough bind. So it's going to make sure that we just kind of worry about what we do and execute at a very high level, and then force them to tackle us, and that's the key. You see on film that they've missed some tackles. So I think for us is to get the ball in space, and then when we get it,
force them to make a good tackle and hope they miss.
Yeah.
Of course, now you've had a whole week to prepare for them. Anything different you're going to do tonight?
Every week we try to add certain things to our best plays offensively.
So you're not going to tell me, are you?
Nah, not too much. So if we got a play that's working and we feel like we need to add a little something to that, we'll throw in a wrinkle here and there. But for the most part, our base stays the same, and I think that's what all good football teams have to do. You got to have your good base, but you got to have answers for everything that people are going to try to do to stop it.
So now everybody's ready to go. Nobody's injured.
No, our guys are pretty healthy right now. I think that they'll come out. Right. They're conditioned. Their strength is where it needs to be, and they're working out right now too. Some of them 3 days a week, busting it hard in the weight room, and that's key. I think now is just make sure none of them catches the flu or anything like that.
Right. And that flu season's fast approaching. All right, now, Coach. We're going to play Karns tonight. Now, I want to talk about, and I know you don't like talking about this, folks, but the fans have been asking me. All three of my fans, Jason, have been asking me, okay, talk a little bit about the playoff scenarios and everything. Of course, now, Coach, it's very conceivable, and I want the fans to think about this too, that you guys could finish the season 2-0. You play at home tonight. You go to Powell next week, which is hurting. They're very down right now. And it's very conceivable that you guys could finish out 2-0. Talk a little bit about the playoff scenarios, and don't predict anything. I'm not asking you to.
Yeah.
But just talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, the coach talk in me really wants to say we're just focused on Karns beating 1-0 this week.
Say, shut your mouth, Justin.
But it is an exciting time for us to be in the conversations of playoffs and stuff like that. And they come out with the standings every week on TSAA. You can check them out there, but it changes a lot every week the way they do it now. It's only the top 2 teams in the district are guaranteed a spot. Then there's a bunch of wild cards.
Right.
But the way it's looking right now, it looks like we're going to host our first game, and whether we finish 7-3 or 9-1. But based on finishing 7-3 or 9-1, your opponent obviously is going to be a little bit different depending on what your record is.
Right.
So it's we just got to take care of business, and if we can finish out winning every game, which is what our goal is then I think we'll set ourselves up to hopefully to get that first round opponent, then maybe stay at home for a couple rounds.
Of course, now, Coach, and again, the fans, they're talking about, Campbell County could conceivably, and you have to agree with this, they could conceivably be number 1 in the district, and we've never had this conversation this late in the season in 38 years at Campbell County.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. We've kind of looked at it a little bit the other day, just kind of the districts, because it's important to understand what you're playing for, and we want to make sure our kids in the back of their mind kind of understand. We don't really set goals for our team, but understand, you can still win the district. And, if we win out, we're definitely going to be at least co-champs of the district. Right. So we kind of control our own fate in that area. There may be some tiebreakers. We lose for seeding purposes. But our kids kind of understand that. Now we won't dwell on it. We told them on Monday, hey, this is what's at stake if this is what you want. But if you want to be a champion, you better bring it every day this week and focus on what you can do to improve.
Of course, now, Coach, you talk about finishing a football game. Right now is you and your team's chance to finish the season. And it's basically the same thing.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. I think our kids that's the biggest step we've made from last year. Last year we lost some close games. This year we've won a lot of close games because in the fourth quarter we've made plays, and every Friday night it seems like it's somebody different that makes that play. So in the big picture it is about finishing the season, but the main thing is keeping our kids focused on Karns this week, and I felt like we talked about last week a little bit what happened against Gibbs, where coming off that Oak Ridge win was so huge for us and our program and our community and all of our supporters, and then now you play Gibbs, who was a little bit down, but you find out they're not a bad football team. So our focus has been a lot better this week and focused on Karns and letting that other stuff kind of play out itself.
Alrighty, Coach. Well, we had to talk about that, though.
I know.
Okay, Cougar fans, you guys stay tuned because Cougar football is coming your way right here on the WLF Sports Network. For Coach Justin Price, I'm David Grant. Enjoy the game.